Hello guys, this is your Justice analyst Kirill from Belarus, and I'm very happy to be back with the next review of an entry for the Eurovision Song Contest 2024 for the kid performers. And today we're talking about one of the most dedicated countries in the Junior Eurovision, and it's North Macedonia. North Macedonia was one of the founders of the competition. They have debuted it back in 2003. They have missed just 3 editions since then, 2012, 2014, and also 2020 due to COVID, like many other countries. They, however, have only been twice in top 5 on place 5, and it was back in 2007 and 2008. And what for me personally is the most impressive, North Macedonia doesn't take part in the adult Eurovision Song Contest for, I believe, already now 2nd consecutive year, but they still keep taking part in the Junior Eurovision, so that's really cool, and it really shows how seriously the country and the delegation of the country takes this competition. My favorite entry from North Macedonia is Till This Moment, I think from 2009. I really love that song. I think it was extremely underrated back then, but just almost like any of the North Macedonian entries for adult or the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And this year they are trying their luck with the duo, just like back then in 2007 when they had their best results so far. And this year the duo consists of 2 young singers, the 14 years old Anna Vanchevska and the 12 years old Aleksej Ivanovsky. Their song is called Marathon, and let's just take a look at the lyrics, because based on the name, I would probably expect something a bit more active if it's really like about sports, about marathon. But yeah, without taking a look at the lyrics, I can only guess. So the lyrics are actually quite short in comparison to the other songs, so I would imagine the song maybe has either a lot of instrumental or it's like a ballad where they're singing it very slowly, but based on the text, it doesn't appear to be a ballad. Rather, it looks like a more uplifting, up-tempo song. Anna and Aleksej basically are singing that we should follow our dreams, that we are all champions inside of us, and we should really not just sprint quickly, but the whole life is a marathon, which we have to run to our dreams, we have to follow them, fight for them, and that nothing is really written in the stars. We can define our destiny the way how we want. So that's a nice, inspiring message. So based on the lyrics and based on the repetitiveness of the word run, I would really bet on the fact that it should be an active song and not a ballad, but you never know. So let's just go right into the song. So it's time now to go for the first listen. I'm very excited to hear it. Let's go. Okay, seems like I was wrong and it is a ballad. Wow, such magical beginning. Okay, maybe not as bad as I thought it. It sounds more like kind of a Melodiefestivalen song, if you know what I mean. Her voice is stunning. And then becomes a bit repetitive. But it still ended really quickly, I think, mostly because, you know, quite a big part of the song was this slow ballad-like beginning, and it basically ate up a big part of the song, and that's why it felt like a very short one. Well, in general, I have to say it's a really nice song. It's definitely not a bad one or anything like that. It's a sort of guilty pleasure. If I'm looking at the chorus, the beginning of it was absolutely magical. It reminded me a little bit of that entry Doma from North Macedonia. I was already thinking, oh god, this will be the ballad of this year. But then the same happened as with France, which is funny enough performing right before North Macedonia. Like it starts like such a beautiful ballad, and then suddenly it changes to this kind of uplifting, up-tempo track, which was in this case maybe not really working so much for me. I really loved the ballad part, and then it felt a little bit on the cheap side. Still, I liked the song, I enjoyed it. I'm not sure how the live vocals will sound. I really love the voice of the girl. With the boy, I'm not sure that he has enough power in his voice. He's also 2 years younger, he's just 12, but I hope this lack of experience which comes with age will not be a problem. But now let's go for the second listen, and I will stop throughout the song. I really want to hear this beginning and to see this beautiful landscape which they were showing there. It looked like Middle Earth from The Lord of the Rings. So let's just go for it. So now let's see if Anna and Aleksej can convince me with the second listen. Just sounds so beautiful. Such a nice low-key instrumentation. Her voice is just so pure, so beautiful. Really love it. And also the visuals, this nature, this Macedonian nature is just incredible. So up until this point sounds really spectacular, absolutely perfect. And now comes this a little bit trashy, you know, Euro dance. I'm not sure if it's working for me, because they are spoiling such a beautiful ballad with this. This part with this run.
But never done.
The verses are really beautiful. I think this is the strongest part of the song. The chorus is unfortunately, yeah, a bit simple. This really sounds a bit cheap, you know, something what we have heard thousands of times, something what also doesn't sound like 2024. Maybe it would be a bit more cool like 10 years ago. Now, yeah, a bit dated. Here was supposed to be, I think, some big explosion, you know, after this bridge, but no explosion is coming. For me, it's more like a guilty pleasure song of this year. I kind of like to vibe with this, and I love the verses. The chorus is also catchy, but I don't think they will finish so high. Is it a song which can be in top 3? No. Is it a song which can finish at least in top 5? Also no. Is it a song which will be for sure in top 10? Definitely not. So far, I don't see the North Macedonian chances so high in comparison to the previous songs. And North Macedonia will perform in the running order right after France and before Poland. I don't know what kind of song Poland has brought, but coming after France is really a tough job, because France will definitely be somewhere up there among the favorites, and North Macedonia might have a tough time trying not to finish last this year, I'm afraid. And now let's take a look at the last 7 years to see how North Macedonia did in the Junior Eurovision Song Contest. And as you can see, by far the best result they have achieved in 2019 with the beautiful song Fire by Mila Moskov. This was such an unexpected banger in 2019. I think it was like one of the highest quality songs of this year. If it would have represented some other country, some bigger country with more online support, I think it would have definitely finished in top 5. But apart from that, you can see they have been in top 10 only once in 2021 and not really finishing last, but being not too far away from this spot. But let's see, maybe it's always the fault of the juries or of the online voting. So as you can see now on your screen, basically North Macedonia in the last 3 years have been ranked 11th by both the juries and the online votings. But if we take a look at the 7-year scale, then we can see that with the juries, Macedonia goes up to the 9th place, but with the online voting 1 position down to the 12th. And I think the main difference for this are those years, 2019 and 2018. In both of these years, North Macedonia did pretty well with the juries, especially in 2019 when they finished even in top 5. But then with the televoters, they were not getting as much support. So you can see on your screen that in 2019, Mila Moskov has managed to get even 44% of the maximum jury score, while the televoters have awarded her just 13.6%, which is not even the best North Macedonian score in the online voting in the last 7 years. But let's also take a look how high or how low the Eurovision fans are putting North Macedonia in the Eurovision Scoreboard voting. So as you can see now on your screen, North Macedonia is ranked 9th, which is actually not a bad score. They're even higher than Italy, just slightly lower than Armenia, just by a couple of hundred of points. So actually it's a higher result than I have anticipated. It still doesn't mean that they will finish so high, but I would be surprised to see North Macedonia in top 10 by the end of the show. But what kind of staging can we expect from North Macedonia in this year's Junior Eurovision? So generally, North Macedonia was never bringing some big grand stagings. It was usually just the singer alone on stage, usually even without dancers. I can only remember a couple of occasions when they had dancers on stage. So I'm pretty sure they have quite low budget. So this year, I'm, let's say, 95% sure that this will be just our couple, 2 of them on stage, Anna and Aleksej, even though this song would profit from the dancers enormously because they would add this additional movement. But I'm really scared that the resources of North Macedonia are a bit scarce with regards to the Junior Eurovision and that the guys will be left alone on stage, and this will definitely not contribute to their chances to make it to the top 10. So that's what I have thought about the North Macedonian entry. As I said, for me personally, I have enjoyed it. Unfortunately, I can't see it finishing so high. But what do you think? Please let me know down below in the comments. I'm really curious how you are rating the chances of North Macedonia. And I hope that you have already liked this video. If you're not following me, please do so. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.